Hey, hi guys, welcome back. All right, so Virgos, I decided to go with the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck on this one. I'm, enjoying all the mythology and stories of gods and goddesses in this whole series of videos that I've been putting out all week. And Virgos, I thought we'd just have one card because I'm doing a pre-shuffle for each zodiac, but you ended up with three. So, and they together, these three form a pretty profound framework for our storytelling. So, first off, we've got level up. If you watch the bonus general message, this card came out there as well. So I think it's interesting that Virgo's got this as well. So you might want to watch a bonus general message today specifically. But this is Queen Ya Asentawa, and she is the goddess that was known as a mother, a warrior, and then also a farmer. But in her role as warrior, she was kind of a leader in the battle to procure this the golden stool, which is basically the throne of the Ashanti people that holds all the life force energy. So when we talk about leveling up, we're talking about our entire energy flow, like increasing, improving, becoming this this version of ourselves that we don't take less than what a very we don't take less than what we want, but we also live our life as fully as humanly possible. We own all of our own, like, hey, if I really want that, I'm going to really go after that. I'm going to live my life so full that everything I have done is like, yep, I did that. That was on my list. I did it. That's on my bucket list. I did that also. This is what I meant to say. This is like living boldly, but also leveling up, saying, and I want things to come toward me that I genuinely want. I don't want to settle for mediocre. I don't want to accept less than what I genuinely want. It will be all entirely what I want, or I can say no thank you, and I can keep waiting or moving toward things that I do want. But she doesn't get stuck in a place of waiting. Next to this, we have Mami Wata, and she is a mermaid goddess, Nigerian storytelling, and she is associated with emotional nakedness, meaning vulnerability, meaning, that kind of emotional awareness, I suppose is the way I'll say it, is a strength, not a weakness, to say, well, this is what I care about. This is what I want. And I'm going to open up and I'm going to say that. I'm not going to think that I should, like, oh, I'm too shy to say I want this person, or I'm, I don't want to be the first person to reach out, or, if she feels like saying it, she's going to say it and she's going to own it. And then our third card is, hang on, I have to give her a little outfit because she doesn't have one on right now. Katesh is an Egyptian goddess of, in this case, sacred lust. This is about passion. This is about physicality. This is about having the lover that someone genuinely desires. So it's very much for Virgo, which in the constellation stories, the horoscope stories about Virgo, Virgo is always that maiden. There's this innocent aspect to her. This is someone who is not not that innocent. This is somebody who is not being demure and hiding away. This is somebody totally taking charge and saying, I want this. Nope, I'm in love with this person. I'm in passion with this person. I'm going to openly say, I want this for me. So I feel like somebody is stepping into their life force energy, but maybe also associating this with Kundalini energy. But I feel like it's passion for life as much as it is like passion for like physical connections. But again, we can interpret that in a couple different ways. Obviously, there's a heavy spiritual and like sensual connection that we see on this. Shadow side is in the reverse, telling you somebody is owning this. If they had been like shy or nervous or even ashamed to admit their sensuality, that is not something they are shy or ashamed of at all at this point in this storytelling. We've got a character who is like owning what they want, who they want. Four of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. I feel like we've got a character saying, you know what? I want to be in a loving, long-term committed relationship. This is a goal, and this is a goal that will be reached. This is like our lead character is saying, no, I want a passionate connection. I want a partner who has my back and I have their back. And I have no concern or fear about, I almost want to say that our lead character, whomever we're talking about right now, had possibly lived their life thinking that they had to wait for someone to fall in love with them, or they had to settle for whatever came their way, not really realizing they can set their sights on what they want without any shame, without any fear of rejection, without anything that makes them feel shy or feel like, well, I'm not allowed to be the one who steps up and asks somebody out. I have to kind of wait to see if someone that I'm secretly thinking about maybe gives me some signals that they're interested, and then I have to wait for them to kind of approach me. Oh no, this person's going to be an advocate for their own life. They're not racing in like, okay, I need somebody, anybody. It's not, there's no desperation. There's power in this story. It's the exact reverse of like, she's not waiting for someone to come forward. She's going to be an advocate. She's going to take charge of what she wants, but she's also not racing around hunting for it because it's like, I'm thirsty. Somebody please come fill my cup. Somebody, anybody. Not at all. Like she's very going to be very choosy still as to, I want what I genuinely want. But here's the thing. If she sees somebody that she really likes, he, doesn't matter. I don't read for genders, but we did start out with African goddess rising, right? So I'm going to say she. If she sees somebody that she likes, she's not waiting for them to make the first move. She'll walk up and be like, hey there. This, I like the cut of that coat you're wearing. Like that's the kind of thing I admire. I like this about you. I feel like she's going to be a little bit, this confidence is going to propel an already attractive person who used to be fairly demure, is going to propel them into an energy of like, wow, they're going to be a magnet. I think that our lead character in this, the power of Katesh, especially this Egyptian goddess of sacred lust, she's going to have her pick of the lot, because when someone is that confident, when they have zero inhibitions about saying, this is what I'm looking for, and you're a candidate for this for me. I just feel like there's a power and a sensuality that is coming off this person that is going to make them pretty irresistible. And I say that because we did just get a Knight of Wands. We also have a Queen of Cups, and we have a 9 of Swords here. This Knight of Wands could be one of the suitors that's being attracted to her. Now, they might have known her once upon a time when she was really loving, really soft, and really giving. This person could be coming in for a little dose of her gentleness, because this person could come in all for passion, but they might have been used to being the person who rides in, captures, some affection, disappears again. They're coming in expecting that she's that really loving giver still. Here's the thing. She is still a loving, giving, sensitive person. However, she also is advocating for herself and what she wants. Meeting her this time and seeing the difference in her could give this person some heart palpitations, like, oh my God, wait a second. I've been the one who's out, with that attractive magnetism. And now I'm realizing it's not the same old you. Something about you is different. You're attracting everybody right now. I feel like this Knight of Wands is like, oh my God, this is going to be huge competition for your attention right now. Something about you is different. Your aura is different. Your power is different. The way you attract people is different. What you want is different. You advocate for yourself. I almost want to say that this could be a person who our lead character could have been a little demure, and now they are like the femme fatale, the James Bond character, the character where all heads turn because everybody's attracted to that person. And whomever this Knight of Wands was that used to maybe kind of have a little chip on their shoulder, like, I know Virgo's always like, Virgo's this really sweetheart. Virgo's got, they know what an amazing person Virgo has been, but they've seen Virgo as a giver, as a lover, as a sensitive, and they've thought of themselves as this little bit of a, I don't want to say bad boy, bad girl, but a little bit like they know that they can turn on the charm and that Virgo really loved them. They're realizing now Virgo doesn't accept anything that Virgo doesn't seem long-term potential with. And all of a sudden, Virgo is attracting amazing long-term potentials. This is throwing this person into all kinds of stress. Death card, yeah, because Virgo is different. It's a new attitude. Ace of Pentacles. This person, if they think that they're coming toward the Virgo with their same old storyline, not going to happen. They already know that, though. How'd they get the information on this? They know something has shifted. Maybe they're coming in because they're really attracted, but they're hoping to find the same old Virgo. They're not finding anything the same, not with the Death card there. Virgo is a different person. Virgo is a shiny new gold coin. Their life is different. This could be somebody who even looks different, walks different, wears slightly different, bolder outfits, something a little more showy. Whether we're talking about a masculine or a feminine Virgo, our lead character could be like a little more. If it's a feminine, it's more showy, the way they dress, the way, things are a little more form-fitted. They've, got a little brighter lipstick. They've, learned how to be a little smoky, a little flirty. If it's a male Virgo, like they're wearing suits more, they're wearing stuff that really looks awesome. They're showing off their physique a little. They're walking with a sense of confidence that I think our Knight of Wands, they knew what a catch and how attractive the Virgo was, but it's almost like they kept that a secret from the Virgo because they wanted to think of themselves as being this really magnetic person, and they are. The thing is, I don't think that they expected to show back up in the Virgo's world and find the Virgo someone who is 10,000 times more attractive than they are. And I only say this, I'm not talking about physical looks. I'm talking about what makes somebody attractive is confidence, right? Virgo is authentically, powerfully putting it out there that I'm available and I want what I want, and I'm a sensual individual. I'm a, sensual being having an earthly experience, but I'm also a spiritual being. And like there's a magnetism right now that is attracting everybody to the Virgo energy by the time this Knight of Wands shows back up. And it's crazy because it was like Virgo was like their hidden little treasure trove that only they knew about. That Virgo was their Alibaba's little hidden cave where all those riches and treasures were there. But I almost feel like they knew they were dealing with someone who didn't really showcase themselves, didn't really showboat themselves. And it's not saying that Virgo is doing that now. This isn't false. This isn't like strutting around like, see everybody look at me. It's not that vibe. It's the vibe of, what do you mean? I'm comfortable in my skin. Yeah, I know I'm attractive. And this is said without any kind of ego. This is just like the Virgo saying, what do you mean? I know who I am. I know what I am. Yep. I don't know why I played small most of my life. I'm not doing that anymore because that doesn't get me what I want. That gets me put in the category of the nice guy, the nice gal that doesn't quite know what my worth is. So people who do know my worth can kind of like have the best of me without giving me much in return. But that doesn't happen anymore. I don't know how else to explain that. That might not have come out quite the right way. But that's what we've got here. Well, this Knight of Wands realizes, oh, Virgo knows their worth. Virgo's not the same old Virgo anymore. A whole new person, and they are shiny and they are gorgeous and they are attractive, but they walk with a confidence. This is like somebody's done a whole makeover on themselves, and this person knows it. And they're like, oh my God, I had a chance to treat the Virgo really, really, really well, and to be so proud to have this amazing, incredible person on my arm. And instead, maybe I mistreated them. Maybe I kept them in my little secret tucked away Alibaba's cave full of my riches. And Virgo was one of those riches. And I thought they were that little gem that nobody else knew about because they weren't out strutting themselves. I knew I could trust them. I knew they succumbed to my charms. But secretly, I know what a catch they were. But I never really felt like I needed to really invest and give them what they deserved because they don't know exactly what they deserve. So I've got their attention. I know that their attention is centered on me. I'm the one who's really magnetic. But I've captured the heart of a really amazing person. But I still can kind of, I feel like this person, they knew all along what the Virgo's worth was. But they knew that the Virgo didn't see themselves that way. Not that the Virgo didn't have self-worth, but rather they didn't know just how magnetic they could be if they just flipped on that little switch, which was really a switch up here. Just knowing, like, I'm a sensual, attractive, incredible human being that can draw on anybody that I want. The Virgo has always been able to do that. They just never put that vibe out. Now it's like a neon sign has been switched on and it's turning like all heads. I feel like this Virgo is about to get a lot of attention, and this person is freaking out over it because it's also being revealed that it just sinks in that they knew this all along. That was never a confusing point in their mind. They knew what Virgo was, and they knew that they were kind of hoarding the Virgo for themselves without actually stepping up to say, I'm so proud that you have interest in me, and I want to, have a true like offering that I make to you. I feel like this person, is this some karmic justice coming in? I feel like this person may have to watch the Virgo be wined and dined by lots of other people, or go wining and dining lots of other amazing individuals that are not knights, individuals that are probably more the cut. Because remember, Virgo's leveled up too. That was our first card, level up. We do have Scorpio, and we have a strong Libra here. Something is over. I almost feel like their opportunity is over. King of Pentacles. Oh my. Now they want to come in with a sincere offer. That's what we've got. Somebody wants to come in and say, Virgo, I'm everything that you would ever want. Now they realize they have to be like putting in their resume to see if the Virgo would accept them. This knight who used to be like, I know Virgo's interested in me, and they may not have even dated Virgo. This person could have kind of liked knowing that the Virgo really held a soft spot in their heart for them, was maybe even in love with them. And this person loved knowing that it could be like, we're friends, but there's always some flirtation. They never really came in with an offer because they really thought it feels so great that this amazing Virgo, who is super attractive but doesn't quite know it, has an eye for me. And in the meantime, I'm not going to offer anything. I'll just kind of like keep them attached. They didn't realize that day would ever come where this is not, they don't have any sway on the Virgo anymore. So now they need to come in and they need to try to put in their resume. Virgo, can I show you that I'm a perfect match for you? Virgo, can I offer you something like really stable? Because I know what kind of a person you are. Your quality, and you're somebody who deserves a I just feel like this person's got like a little script that they want to read off. Like, I know what you are. I know how great you are. Six of Swords. I've changed, Virgo. I used to kind of not be ready for connections. I always cared about you. I always thought about you, but now I'd really like to collaborate with just you and only you. I don't know about this. This person is busy writing this little letter, sending this little letter, because all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, alarm bells are ringing. Virgo's got their pick of the litter at this point. The Lovers, the Queen of Swords. Virgo's going to have a choice to make. Who is their mate? Who is their match? Queen of Swords is going to be using logic. Virgo is not a Queen of Cups anymore. It doesn't mean that they aren't still a lover and a soft and gentle individual, but they are also extremely logical, and they are using this sort of truth to ask themselves the really tough questions. Once upon a time, this person supposedly knew that they wanted me. Did they choose me then? Or did they keep me as an option for one day if they were about to really lose a chance with me? Then were they going to come in? If that was the case, I think this sort of truth can be used to say, that's not my person. My person is going to be someone that I meet where we clearly choose each other. Now, it all depends. It depends on the circumstances surrounding this. I'm just saying that's just an example of, using logic and truth to ask the tough questions to determine, does this person who's sending this letter, who's saying, I'm a different person now. I know, so much about you. You're a really stable person who deserves a stable mate, and that's who I am. My days of roaming are over, or my, whatever my flirtation was. I know I never formally asked you out. I know I never formally let you know that I was interested, but I really want to date you now. I'm not the person who's out looking for flirtation to make myself feel good. I want someone of substance because I too am someone of substance. It's like they're writing all this out, sending in their resume. But when Virgo receives that resume, they're going to basically check their references. And their references are, what do I know about this person, really? And it's funny because it's like they're checking in with their higher guides. Like, is this person just now ready to treat me really well because I'm just now ready to demand that I should be treated well? Do I just now believe in myself? And that's why someone else is now motivated to say, I truly want to give you everything that you deserve? Or is this person someone that was incapable of choosing me before, and at this point, that's why I wouldn't choose them now? I don't know. I mean, it could go either direction in this storytelling, right? But it's all about deciding for oneself. Four of Swords. This situation, maybe the reason that Knight of Wands showed up is because that could have been a really important person. Maybe they helped be the catalyst for the Virgo saying, you know what? I want somebody serious. I know this joker who's been popping up, flirting with me, giving me signals, but not actually asking me out, not actually creating a romance with me. But you know what? I'm freaking amazing. And I want someone who's amazing. And I will have that. And I'm going to walk with, my head up, and I'm going to strut, and I'm going to let people like approach me. And I realize that I am something. I am a catch. There's something about Virgo having this knowledge that they're healing, and maybe this person coming back in to send in their resume to try to ask the Virgo out now or offer the Virgo something. This could be extremely, I'm going to say, healing, soothing, validating, even for the Virgo to be able to receive this and say, huh. So at this point, now somebody is able to see me and admit that they see my, all that I am, my worth, my value. I mean, this could simply be really nice for someone to be seen this way and to be acknowledged that, yeah, someone sees me in this light. Hanged Man and the Sun card. Virgo's not making any swift decisions on whether or not this person is allowed in their life or that they'll accept their resume for potential Four of Wands partner. This is like, I almost feel like Virgo is first just basking in the fact that I'm finally healed. I don't doubt my worth anymore. And I'm maybe even enjoying dating, enjoying getting to know people, enjoying not like, oh, now I just want to be lighthearted and date a bunch of different people. It's like, no, I'm finally enjoying knowing that I have choices to make in life, and I'm not going to be pressured into anything. That's more what it looks like to me. I don't see this Virgo saying, oh, finally, now this person, loves me and wants me. Six of Pentacles. It's all about doing what's right for the Virgo. Virgo, remember, we said that they are leveling up. They are expecting that from here on out in their life, they will only allow things into their world that they authentically want. They will only give to people that they would like to receive, that energy from. It's not like Virgo's going to be like, oh, this is an obligation. This person wants me back, so now I have to give them some of my time. I don't even think Virgo's going to feel like they have to respond until they're ready. And it's not a game. There's no game playing in any of this. This is all about, I really feel like this is right at a moment when the Virgo is feeling super powerful, makes this decision. They're looking fly. They're going out on a date. They're meeting new people. That's when the old person kind of sends that message. That's when that Knight of Wands sends in their resume. And I feel like it gives Virgo a piece of closure. And then it also allows them to say, I'm in no rush to make any decision about what's right for me. I'm going to really just enjoy being in this headspace where I know that I'm a valuable person. And I don't know that Virgo is responding even, at least not initially. Page of Swords. Boy, this is going to make this person question, where's Virgo? Why aren't you answering? I sent you that letter. Why didn't you respond? I kind of feel like it's all because, we just got that Seven of Cups and we got a Seven of Pentacles. Look, everything has changed. 7-7. In this storyline, it looks like it's going to be a long time before Virgo knows what they would even want to say to this person. They need to first invest in whatever is right for them. They're not in any hurry. I feel like Virgo's already in the midst of starting to date somebody else, explore different things in life. There's a really wonderful energy where it's like, okay, it's nice that that person actually sent me that, but I feel zero need to respond. I understand they're validating that I was always important to them, but I don't need to reach out to them just because now they're ready to reach out to me. I don't owe anybody anything. I have to decide what's right for me. And unless I know what's right for me, I'm not about to start answering letters, saying yes or no. I'm going to let myself kind of explore this new version of me. Um, I don't know exactly who's going to suit me best. I know it'll take time before I decide. Virgo could be already meeting someone who wants to invest with them by the time they receive this letter from this Knight of Wands. And I almost feel who's become a king. I almost feel like they're saying, I don't know that I would even be interested in that person anymore. I'd have to wait and see. So with the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, I feel like Virgo's going to be investing in someone else altogether different, looking for true balance and true harmony. I think Virgo is open enough to say, whomever I genuinely feel would give me true balance and true harmony is who I would be interested in connecting with. But they are still saying, I don't know that it's that person. I feel like Virgo's meeting somebody new and they want to see where this new situation goes. So I don't see them reaching out. I see that person trying to figure out, why didn't Virgo respond? Does Virgo have somebody else? I don't know if they're really trying to, King of Wands. They may simply assume that Virgo's been swept off their feet by a King of Wands, by somebody really genuinely loving, somebody who they're like, oh my gosh, I bet you Virgo is with the hottest person on earth right now who is crazy about them. How could anybody not be crazy about Virgo? How could anybody not be like wanting to pour their heart out and wanting to offer like all their love? This could be somebody that they picture Virgo with someone who they view as like way more attractive than they were, way more loving, way more open, everything that they wish they had been. They think that the Virgo just not only leveled up, but ended up basically exceeding what they were going to be offering. Because remember, they wanted to come in now and offer something stable. And they're realizing Virgo somehow, what they didn't give to Virgo before, Virgo bypassed what they didn't give, then what they tried to come in and offer with that letter. Virgo bypassed all of it and ended up in a higher bracket, is what I want to say, of like passion and love and all of these things. I feel like this person is kind of aware that Virgo bypassed everything. It's funny because they actually still want to make an apology. I feel like this person is still torn because their offer of like, I feel like their initial letter might not come out very great. That with that Three of Pentacles that we saw, it may come out a little bit like, I know that what you've been looking for is somebody really stable, and my carefree days are over. I feel like it was a resume to say all of this about themselves, like, I'm really a stable person now. I know you didn't see me as that in the past, but I know you really wanted someone stable. It was kind of like this I don't like the tone of this coming out, even though normally a King of Pentacles is great, but the tone of that kind of a letter that they're writing, like, I've moved on from my more flirtatious days, and I know what you've really wanted is somebody that you could count on. And it's like, not the way to talk to a really high value, really sexy, really amazing person who knows that they're sexy and amazing. It almost kind of sounds like, okay, now you can have me. I know you've been waiting on it. Like that's kind of the vibe that we just got on that. And remember, this person with that Justice card, they didn't treat Virgo with the correct respect before. And so I think it's no wonder that they're still, I feel like this person really doesn't understand how to treat a high value person. But it's starting to sink in. They send that letter, and the letter doesn't really come off very well to Virgo's ears, which is maybe why they go, yeah, I feel no compulsion to write to you. In fact, if anything, this has helped me heal from the, kind of game playing or whatever I received on your end. I definitely am not going to sacrifice my happiness or sacrifice my time to give you a response letter that says, hey, no thanks, I've moved on. I don't even think I'm going to respond to that. I feel like the Virgo is just like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't think I'll do anything with it right now. And then they move right on and date somebody else, and it starts to go really well. And that's where that Knight of Wands, who tried to send in that resume that really came off wrong, I feel like that's why they're realizing, man, I really botched this badly. Because it kind of still came off with an ego thing in that letter, at least from the storyline that we've seen. And now they imagine Virgo's with somebody that really loves them. They're with somebody like, why didn't I say that? Why didn't I say, I've always been in love with you, Virgo? I feel like this person is sending an apology one last time to say, there's a tidal wave of stuff I'd like to say to you, to tell you how I really felt about you. I don't know why I couldn't say it. I don't know why my ego was always in the way. I'm sorry that I could never tell you the truth of how much I felt about you. I just feel like this is, I don't know why they keep having to approach the Virgo. That letter doesn't even get in. They're totally blocked. They may have the desire to do that, but at this point, you notice these little helpful fairies are holding those swords up in the sky. This person wanted to maybe even show up. The dragonfly is action taking, but this is a 5 of swords. They're going to be blocked from stirring the pot anymore. Not maybe because Virgo doesn't deserve to hear the apology, but because they're still doing it maybe for themselves, because they're still kind of hoping maybe I could say the right thing this time and have Virgo hear it. But I think the reason they're being blocked is because Virgo doesn't need any more of that. They're really feeling so strong and so good about the direction their life is going. With this 6 of Wands, I almost think that whatever hurt and however like diminutive Virgo had been living their life because they didn't ever really feel seen, or they didn't feel good enough, or they didn't feel like, well, I'm just not the person who gets chosen. I think that's all a thing of the past to such an extent. I'm not even sure, not to be rude, but I'm not even sure that this person's words would matter. So it's almost like the universe is saving this person a little bit of embarrassment, because they'd be coming toward Virgo, and Virgo might almost have forgotten this situation because they've moved into such a different time frame. So it's a bit of a story where somebody is like, really, they're thinking back on what they missed. Kind of Ace of Swords. Yeah, this has been severed. This has been cut free. The person who once upon a time thought that they were in power, thought that they could hold on to Virgo, knew what Virgo was, but kept them in their little cave, tucked away like their hidden fortune, their hidden gem, so that one day, they always thought, one day I'll be with Virgo. But I don't have to be with Virgo right now, because they don't realize that they could have anybody that they want. That was all kind of a weird subconscious thing. And now it's come to the forefront. And then this person reaches out now that they see Virgo's getting all this attention, and they realize Virgo is different, but they still think that they have the power to reach out and be like, I know you've always wanted me. So now I'm ready to surrender, and I'll go ahead and be yours. And Virgo doesn't respond. And then they start thinking, I know Virgo's found somebody else who's super loving. But wait, I really love Virgo. They just didn't know that. I should have said that. I'm going to come forward and tell them. And at this point, something blocks and they can't even come in. And what blocks is there's no more energetic bridge between these two. There's been a significant change. Virgo's on a whole different trajectory. And this is the end of that storyline with them. It's Virgo is free. They're the eagle flying, soaring in the sky. They're at the best place in their life they've ever been. The moon in the reverse. And you know what? It really sinks in for this person. I see an energy here. They realize that was it. There is no more opportunity with the Virgo. It's done. It's over. The Virgo ends up with an emperor. Two of Wands, the Hermit. Wow. The Virgo ends up with an Emperor, and the direction that they go in their life with this Emperor is one of like adventure, one where they, at every turn, they get to make decisions together. At every turn, an Emperor wants to know, Virgo, what do you think about this? They make plans, and their future is an adventure. Because this is an Emperor who is great at taking charge, but they also are able to match a Virgo in the sense that Virgo is governed by kind of like that inner guidance, the inner star. This at least in this story, our Virgo is in their strongest energy. The Emperor knows who they're dealing with, loves who they're dealing with, and together they are able to say, hey, what should we do today? The Emperor might even turn to the Virgo and be like, I almost feel like an Emperor has a Virgo as their counsel. You know how kings of great empires would always have their whatever, I'll say their royal vizier, or their their I can't even think of the names. If this was a president, it would be their cabinet. It's the advisors. And I just feel like these two are a terrific match, because the Emperor leans on the Virgo for some guidance. So the Virgo themselves is extremely like exalted. This Emperor is like, man, I love to hear what goes on in that mind of yours. What do you think about this? Well, that's a good thing to consider. Okay, what if we did this and that and put our ideas together? And they both continuously collaborate, because there's a lot of decisions that these two make about what direction they want their relationship and their lives to go. There's some really awesome collaboration where Virgo gets stability combined with an adventure every step of the way. They are highly respected. They might be a visionary, and the Emperor is like that grounded individual who makes these things happen. They could be like they could be great companions in business as well as in love and romance. Basically, you know what? Remember when we said Virgo's leveling up? Ooh, this is a big level up. The first character that we saw that was interested in the Virgo was only a knight. Then we saw a couple kings coming in, but it turns out Virgo ends up with an Emperor. Virgo leveled up and then some. Also, they are standing in their greatest power, knowing who they are and knowing their worth, and knowing that they are a deeply spiritual person, and that spiritualism helps guide them every step of the way. This person never got they never played mind games with this individual. They really just realized, I'm free of the obligation to respond to someone who I can see it more clearly now. I can see who that Knight of Wands was in my life. I can even intuitively understand why they're reaching out to me now. And it's weird because I feel like a lot goes on with this energy flow, like under the surface. Like there's an awareness that, oh, this is how Virgo has changed, and Virgo is also aware, oh, that's who that Knight of Wands really was. I don't owe anybody an explanation, or even out of politeness, I don't need to accept this ex back. I really truly want something else for myself, and I'm not playing games with the ex. Me failing to respond is not to teach them a lesson. It's that this isn't for me anymore. And I just feel like that's such a nice, clean, tidy, refreshing attitude. Wow, this was a very long storytelling. I did not expect that, but I don't know what else to do other than to follow the story until we get a beginning, a middle, and the end. I feel like this was the closure. This was the grand culmination. So I don't know what to call this one, but man, awesome story. All right, as always, these are just stories. You guys always mention this. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for hanging out with me. I am not a psychic. I wish I had that gift. I do not. What I am is a fictional storyteller. So bear that in mind. Nothing's going to come true. You always get to decide your own life. These are just stories. So it's more fun to like read books and watch movies, because we know that we can change our outcome in our real lives, because those are just fictional stories. That's exactly what my storytelling is. So I hope you have fun, and I hope that this frames it in a different way so you can enjoy the storytelling for what it is. That's why I explain that. Thank you guys so much. If you do enjoy my free channel, if you do like my free entertainment, please do the free thing of giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Those two things help my channel continue to be here. So thanks a lot for everything, you guys.